All right. It's been a bit. Been a couple of. Been a week now, basically. Hello, chat. Hello. Good morning. Good afternoon. Good evening. Hello. So, first off, I just need to say this. God, spring. Kick my ass. It's officially and starting to kick my ass. So, if I sound a bit congested, I apologize in advance. It's because of this damn allergy season, as you already know. I mean, do I really need to say that? Like, no, I don't think so. All right, let me put my socials up back here. Sorry, I actually need to kind of apologize in advance here, but as you guys are about to know, I am about to talk about my past weekend. But the thing is, though, it goes without saying that there was a couple of events that has pretty much told me to not really do anything this week, which is why I have not done anything this week. Okay, I will explain it in a bit here, but yeah. First things off, though, hope you guys are having a good one. Hope everyone is here watching. If you guys are watching, let us know. Today, we're not really going to be playing games today, unless I want to play some Uma Musume or Slay the Spire. Slay the Spire, by the way, has been like my new addiction. So yeah, I'll get into that in a bit, but I hope you guys are watching and I hope you guys are listening in. I got a lot of things to talk about. Lots of stuff today will be made for content, don't worry. It's just that, like, when you hear about my experience with airports, it's yeah. Yeah. Oh. Yeah, I hope everyone's having a good one today so far. There's so much to catch up on, by the way. Like, I know I've been live only for, this is the first time I'm live in a week. I feel like there's so much that has happened, you know? First off, like, let's go ahead and, like, pull things off the bat, like movie trailers. The Spider-Man Brand New Day trailer, which looked absolutely sick. I think for me, with the way that movie is looking, especially with how Tom Holland is playing Spider-Man / Peter Parker in where he is at in that character right now, it's going to be fascinating to watch, and I'm really interested to see with how they are going to do things when we compare it to the previous Spider-Man franchises, especially when it looks like organic webs. That's going to be a part of that. I think that's very, very interesting. I've been kind of on and off with the MCU, especially since Endgame, but I'm always very, very excited for the Spider-Man movies. I feel like every MCU fan is always a big fan of the Spider-Man movies. Of course, we all know about No Way Home and the, you know, Maguire and Garfield returning as Spider-Man. I think that was so cool. But yeah, I'm excited for the new Spider-Man, 100%. Let's see some other things that has happened. Oh man, let me how about that new that new, what's it called? Oh my god, see, here's the thing, the allergies are acting up right now, man. I'm really gonna try my best to go through this stream without trying to, like, sneeze or like, it's gross. I know it's gross, but like, sorry, this is a hot take. All right, this is a very huge hot take, but I really do believe that because of these allergies in the spring, I just think that spring is just the worst season. Spring is just the worst season to me, man. It's the worst season. Sorry, like if you like spring, up to you. I hate spring so much. I hate it so much. I just can't stand it. I can't stand me taking like all these allergy things for like a couple of weeks, and then I just can't stand it. I cannot stand it. And obviously it's been a thing since I was a kid, you know? And I think everybody has a lifelong allergy of just straight up seasonal allergies, aka pollen in the spring, and it just sucks, man. It sucks. So I apologize if I offended you with my hot take. It's just I cannot stand the allergies in the spring, which is why it's the worst season. Fall is the best season though, by the way. Just saying. Okay. Let's see. What else? What else has been riding around my mind? Let me actually look at Twitter. Actually, let me show this. LCB said, nah, fuck spring. Winter is where it's at. Bro, winter is second best for me, though. Winter is second best. Fall is the best. But spring is the absolute worst. So my ranking is literally spring. My ranking is literally fall, winter, summer, spring. I just can't stand it. Can't stand spring, dude. Can't do it. Also, where's my chat box? I thought I had it up here. Was it not working? Yes. How you doing, LCB? Good evening to you. I know it's dark as hell out there. Good, stuck on fort right now. Gotcha. I'm just trying to see as to why my chat is not working. Hold up. Where's my chat box? Desk. This feels dumb. How about this? Let me do this now. Desk. There we go. Now it's working. Go ahead and type something out just to show or something so you can see. I saw that Liv Morgan and Stone Cold is gonna be in Fortnite, which is kind of crazy. Something new. Or something now. Alright, so I'm sure you have seen this stuff. You guys have seen this stuff, right? I hope this works out correctly. Oh, this is the wrong window. Hold up. We're getting Adam Smasher and Fortnite soon too. Wow, really? Damn, son. Is it this? There we go. Okay. Surely you guys have seen this already. All right. Let's take a look. Let's take a look at this slop that Nvidia Let's take a look at this slop that Nvidia just went ahead and tweeted out here. Bro. Like, what is that? That looks so terrible. I think for me, when I saw this, I'm like, I better see everybody roast Nvidia the hell out, because there's just no way that people are going to like this. There's absolutely no way. And look at the amount of engagement on this tweet right here. 91 million views with 25,000 replies, many more quote retweets. Bro. Like, this is... That is not her. I think that's the thing, though. A lot of people have said it's so crazy, man. Like, look at this transition. That's not Grace. What are we doing? What is this? And we take a look at Leon here. Oh. Oh. I think I saw Maximilian say about how, like, it basically kind of just screws with the lighting now. I can see it now. It's so ridiculous. It really is. And then when you have it with here, you just put a couple more wrinkles on this old woman here in Hogwarts. It just looks so bad. I'm so glad that a lot of people, basically the vast majority, hate this. She needed the wrinkles. This just looks so bad, dude. This looks so bad. And then the fact that it takes two 5090s to actually run this thing, and then the CEO was basically like, what do you guys talk about, man? What do you mean? Gamers love this. What do you mean? Man, it's so stupid. See, NVIDIA CEO Jensen Huang has responded to the backlash to the DLSS 5, an upcoming iteration of its AI software suite for graphics cards, saying, quote, first of all, they're wrong. Like, how stupid can you be? Oh, jeez. So bad. It is so bad. I could not believe this, but it is what it is. Let's see, what else? What else was new? Over the course over the course of the past, actually, let me just say this right now. Over the course of the past couple of days, I have been addicted to Slay the Spire. And Slay the Spire 2 recently came out, which is why I'm playing the first one. And I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna go ahead and play the hell out of 1, and then I'll get to 2 whenever I can. I actually saw that there were minimal differences, but obviously the second one is going to be the more superior version of it. So I just decided to stick with the first one, and oh my goodness, this game is addicting, dude. When people say that this game is going to take so many hours out of you, it really is. Sometimes you will have a run, but then sometimes your session can take hours upon hours and hours. There's so much stuff to do in that game. I just think it's so crazy. The cards, the different amount of cards in there as well, just make it so fun to play. It really is. And I will get to 2 eventually, but I'll stick with 1 for right now. But I'm actually so glad that because the second one came out, I finally decided to install the first one, and I'm having a grand old time with it. Although I do think I need to look up a couple of things, because I am struggling a little bit. I am defeating bosses though, and etc., but I feel like I'm not grasping like some other hidden things that could potentially be in the game that I'm not even aware of, or like some hidden strategy. But that's the fun of it, though. That's the literal fun of it. So I'm looking forward to playing more. Probably when I get off stream here. Or I don't know, I'll probably stream it as well at some point. I don't know. But yeah, it's been so much fun. Yeah, but I'll stick with the first one for now, but the second one I will definitely buy at some point. Of course, the Steam sale is on, so if you haven't already. Okay. So, do I get into my stories? Yeah, I think I'd get into my stories, man. So how we're going to do this is that we are going to start with my trip and the main reason as to why things were not uploaded at all this week. I was also supposed to stream yesterday, which did not happen because of personal reasons. But yeah, I hope everyone is okay with a lot of stuff, because again, there are a lot of things that I do need to get off my mind here. So yeah. And then after my stories of my trip, we will talk about the spring 2026 anime rundown, which I will obviously always do. I can't even believe it's almost the spring 2026 season. It's looking to be a very promising season. So I'm hoping, or not hoping, because I am live right now, I'm going to get that one out next Saturday. And then I will do the ranking of winter, probably not next week, but the week following. That sounds like a good plan. I need to get back into the swing of things, which is why I didn't really like consider doing much and whatnot this week. So yeah. Speaking of anime though, on my trip, I started watching this one anime called I started watching Journal with Witch, and I am 99% certain that when I did my initial video running down the winter 2026 season, I put this in my planning because it looked very, very intriguing. So I finally decided to start it. Dude, bro, I've been sleeping on this anime, dude. I've been sleeping on it. I can't believe I've been sleeping on it. Because it's almost as if like it's a break from all the usual anime that everyone knows and everyone thinks about and whatnot. This one is a little bit more slower, but one that is very, very real in a sense, because you have this girl who just recently lost her parents in a crash, and then you also have this like author who's a middle-aged woman, voiced by the GOAT Miyuki Sawashiro, by the way. Just saying, she is the GOAT. She is the GOAT for a bunch of reasons. But anyways, and she is also like family with the girl who just lost her parents, because the girl's mom was the middle-aged woman's sister. So there's like a disconnect. There's like a whole thing there, and then like the author isn't exactly close with the sister, so it's almost as if it's like a clash of personalities and just a clash of how they move forward with their lives. And I think that is so interesting to watch, especially with the way this anime is animated. There's so many transitions where I'm like, wow. I've been sleeping on this anime, dude. It's been so great so far. Granted, I've only watched 2 episodes, but I am hoping to get this one done before I do my ranking. Actually, that's going to be my mission. I'm going to finish it before my rank video and recording. So yeah, there you go. But yeah, check out Journal with Witch. It is going to be up there, I think, if it continues to go. And with the way it's rated right now on Mal and AniList, 86% and an 8.7. It's been a great ride so far. So I hope people give it I hope people give it a chance, because it's definitely flying under the radars of a lot of it's definitely flying under the radars when it comes down to the stack season of winter. So okay, let's talk about the spring 2026 season later. But for right now, I got a story to tell. So, okay. Are you guys ready? Let me actually, I think I'll be okay with my blowing of nose. Okay. So, let me start off the story. Oh man, the music. Let me go back to more happier. Yeah, well, let me go here. Let me put him in. Oh, actually, I'm actually gonna do, let me take some medicine first, chat. What are the ways? How are you guys doing? Let me know in the chat. 1 second. Okay, let's go through the story. Hi, Chrissy, how's it going? I've been cooking on Matt. Nice. Nice. Have you gotten SS or S plus or anything? I've gotten 1S a couple of days ago. No, only 4S. I think I'm still trying to get into the swing of things with it, but I am definitely understanding the scenario more as you go along. But obviously, you know, the more you play it, the more you understand it. So, yeah. I've definitely only gotten, I'm still getting more A pluses though. So there is probably something that I just need to do, but I'll get into that later. Okay. All right. So let's start off the story here. And let me explain a couple of things. So first off, hello everybody. This is obviously my first stream back since last week. I was supposed to stream yesterday, but I was there were a couple of personal things I had to take care of, so obviously was not live. But I'm live now today, trying to cover a couple of things before the LMFL starts on Sunday, which obviously you guys should check out on Sunday night. Well, the LMFL is back up and running Sunday night at 7 p.m. with a doubleheader. But anyways, so this week has been an absolute crazy week because today, I think, was probably the first day where things kind of felt a bit normal, only because this past weekend was probably one of the greatest weekends, at least in recent time, but also leaving was probably one of the worst days ever. Now to anybody who probably doesn't know, or actually, let me ask you this question right here. Have you ever been at an airport for a very, very long time to the point where they may have almost canceled your flight? Well, that's pretty much what I went through, and I would like to tell my story about it because, of course, as everybody knows, you know, the whole TSA stuff, blah, blah, blah. Let's just say that me getting out of Orlando was an absolute nightmare. So I'm here to tell you guys my story leaving Orlando, MCO. So let's start off here with this. First things first, I didn't really exactly say it, but the main reason as to why I was trying to get so much stuff out in terms of content was because during the weekend, Friday, Monday, I was going away for a mini trip down to Florida, and basically had a couple of family stuff events there. Not going to go too much into personal detail, but basically it was a very fun and amazing trip down there, especially seeing a bunch of family who I haven't seen in a couple of years. So it was great. I might have overdid it. Don't overdo it too much. So yeah. So let's cut to the chase there with that. And it was an amazing weekend. Hanging out with a bunch of cousins, and etc. It was a great weekend. That was the fun part though. But not the part where you leave. And of course, whenever it means you leave, well, that means an airplane. And my experience at Orlando International Airport was just one that I have never ever gone through, and I have never ever experienced in my life until now. And yeah, so basically with my sister, I was stuck at Orlando International Airport, MCO, for, I want to say, 9 to 10 hours. 9 to 10 hours. And you might be wondering, Larlar, holy crap, like 9 to 10 hours. Yes, absolutely. Like, seriously. So let's go ahead and paint the picture here a little bit. In Orlando, especially at the time, there were a bunch of potential thunderstorms in the area. And obviously, you know, a plane, you know, you got to be cautious about that. So that was very much understood. And before I left wherever I was, I got a notification that my flight was delayed by an hour and 15 minutes. 4:45, I want to say. So that was the beginning of, at the time I did not know, of a very big nightmare. Because at the time I was like, okay, well, it's just going to be one delay, right? Nope. Nope, not at all. So we get to the airport, we go through security, and it was, you know, it was very seamless. Very seamless. Like, I've seen a bunch of videos, and I've just seen a bunch of videos and pictures about US airports being so crazy right now. And honestly, at MCO that day, it was not to the extent where security takes like almost an hour. No, not like that. Thankfully, not like that. Goodness gracious. Let me just go ahead and get the United app, or let me get my United messages, because I'm seeing the messages right here in front of my phone. Okay. So yeah, looking at the messages, mind you, the day or the flight was supposed to leave at 2:30. And then the morning of that day, the flight was then delayed to 3:45 p.m. for departure. So obviously, again, as I said before earlier, I thought that was just going to be just one delay, you know, and then it delayed again by another, I want to say, yeah, 30. It delayed again to 4:15 p.m. before we get to the airport, and then it gets delayed again another 30 minutes to 4:45 p.m. Again, this is all before I get to the airport. This delay at 4:45 was sent at 1:14, which was basically I was on my way to the airport, right? So we get to the airport again. We go through security. It was seamless, and you know, my sister and I we're going through. We're trying to go into the United Lounge, but it looked like one time passes you couldn't go in. I didn't understand it, but apparently it was because it was too full. So we sat at the gate. We got 2 seats in a rather full gate, and we sat there and we just started to wait. I've only flown United. I will also only fly United because personally I've had good experiences with them. This is probably one of the only few instances where I will say that it was probably their fault, but I'll get into that in a little bit. I had a bad time with American Airlines. Jet, I will say though, I haven't had a bad experience with JetBlue. I haven't flown AA or Delta, so I can't exactly say. But United hasn't done me dirty. Probably other than this one time. Delta is good? Okay. Yeah, so so we sat there at our gate and we're just continuing to wait. And around the time when we get to our gate, we started noticing that the thunderclouds were coming. So basically, it was a huge delay with weather in Orlando, but it was also a delay with weather here in Jersey, right? So it was kind of like a two-way side kind of thing as to why there was a delay. Plus, the fact that actually I have not said this yet, but the flight that is supposed to be our plane that is coming from wherever it was coming from is delayed because of the thunderstorms going into Orlando. So our plane that we are supposed to get on later is not even here at the gate yet. That's one thing to realize, okay? So, which is why we were delayed pretty badly at first. So let me check my thing. So at 4:08, it was then said that the flight is now going to depart at 5:30, right? So 5:30, and that was sent at 4 o'clock. And I was okay in terms of, you know, I was okay in terms of me potentially being a little feisty with my patience, but obviously a lot of other people didn't exactly have the same idea. Shout out though the United workers who were there, 8:40 on March 16th. Those 2 people there was a guy and a woman. You guys absolutely held down that gate. And it was so good that no one exactly had an outburst toward them. They just kept answering question after question after question. And they just had to keep answering, giving answer after answer after answer with things that wasn't even in their control. So I really have to say to those United employees, thank you so much, because I don't know how they do that. I don't know how they did that. So shout out those two people. Because they kept taking question after question, and thank God that there was no big outburst. But anyways, they kept getting question after question because we heard that because people are getting a little antsy in terms of when we get out of here, people are trying to move their flight from I was leaving Monday to Wednesday, because every Tuesday flight to Newark was full. So basically, if you had to stay in Orlando and you couldn't leave with this plane that was coming, this flight, you would have to wait a couple of days. And the next time you would be able to fly is Wednesday, because that's the next day where flights are open, which is crazy to me, right? So just another couple of tidbits here to help try to paint the picture of what was going on. So, we continue to wait. And we start noticing that the clouds and the thunderstorms were starting to clear up a little bit. It wasn't as bad as it was around that time. So we start now going, and we're still waiting for our flight. We're still waiting. And it wasn't until probably about 5 o'clock where it looked like the clouds, there were still a bunch of like dark clouds in the area, but it wasn't raining to the point where it was a bad, to the point where it wasn't like, terrible to go fly out there. So then there was a huge announcement coming from one of the United workers, as I was talking about. He said, all right, guys, thing is though, the flight, or the plane that was delayed in getting here is now here at the gate. So the flight from before, that is our plane that we're supposed to get on, did land safely, right? So it landed safely. But then he said, the thing is though, yeah, we have the plane, but we don't got a pilot. I'm like, what do you mean we don't have a pilot? We don't have a pilot. There's no one to fly this plane. How is that possible? Now, I do not know the airport logistics. Maybe if you want to correct me, if anything, please go ahead and do so. I don't know. Okay. But basically, apparently because of other delays with other flights and other airlines and everything else, there was a mix up with something. I just don't know what it was. Diversions, a lot of them with flights. And because of that, we needed a new pilot. And this pilot had to come to Orlando. But the thing is, that was going to take probably another hour to 2 hours. And so I'm like sitting here, I'm like, how in the world do we not have a pilot right now? Like, how is that possible? Don't worry, I'll fly it. No, it was so funny because I called one of my family members who was down there, and she was like, why didn't you fly it? I'm like, they'll need to pay me first, and they'll need to show me everything. But that's, I don't know. But yeah, I didn't understand the whole logistics regarding that entire thing. But they just basically told us that we just had no pilot, so we have to wait for a new pilot to come to Orlando. And then, boom, there you go. We would have a pilot, and then we're good to go. Great, amazing. So, the obviously the restlessness is starting to build up here just a little bit, because I just didn't understand why there was no pilot. Just doesn't make any sense, And so we keep waiting. That announcement, by the way, of no pilot was 5 o'clock. So we kept waiting. Kept waiting, kept waiting. It was about 7 o'clock now at this point. So, the pilot arrives. The pilot arrives, right? The pilot arrives. So you would think that we leave. But then, another announcement was made. The same guy. He was like, all right, guys, I have good news, but I also got bad news. The good news is we have a pilot. The bad news is because there's still a couple of diversions that were because of other flights that were also delayed. We do not have a flight crew. So we need some flight attendants. Come now here to this gate. And we already have some flight attendants on their way. But the thing is, they are going to be coming in from Fort Lauderdale, which is going to take another hour to another hour and a half. I just don't expect you guys to unfortunately be out of here until about 10 o'clock p.m. What do you mean? What do you mean, dude? What are you talking about? So again, I don't understand the logistics. I don't know who at United messed up. I don't know who at the airport messed up. But somehow when the pilots came, we all of a sudden had no crew. No flight attendants. I'm like, how is that possible? How is this possible? Again, I don't know who to blame. Let's just say I'm going to partially put the blame on the airport, MCO, and I'll partially put the blame on United. I have no idea. Please correct me if I'm wrong. But basically, somehow we had no pilots. Now we have pilots, but now we don't have a flight crew. We don't have flight attendants. Amazing. Incredible. So, mind you, we were supposed to leave at 2:30 p.m. It is now 7 o'clock p.m. Eastern time. 7 o'clock. And so now, this is when my restlessness starts to show. I'm like to my sister, look, go ahead and get some food. Get some food. That's perfectly fine. Crazy part is, Wendy's was, I think, the only thing open there at MCO. There was a Chinese restaurant at the gates that closed early because they ran out of food, apparently. Okay, but obviously after that announcement, everyone starts getting more and more anxious about when they are actually leaving, and people was like, oh nah, dude, we can't stay here. So people lined up to potentially get their flights changed through Wednesday. Remember, Tuesday, they can't change it to Tuesday. There's no open flights there. Every flight to Newark is full on Tuesday. So the next flight over is Wednesday. Everyone starts doing that. Everyone starts asking questions. It's basically out of the people's control. Out of those two United people, the man and woman, again, they held it down. So they start answering questions. They keep going, blah, 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 blah. And so now we have to wait for flight attendants. Right? So we just kept waiting and waiting and waiting. We just kept waiting. And it wasn't until about a little over 10 p.m. we started noticing people. We start noticing flight attendants. And so the woman comes up to us, because there was also this other woman across from us who we started talking to a little bit, just trying to, get our feelings out and whatnot about this whole entire situation. And she comes up to us saying that, oh, this is potentially our crew, but they need to approve a bunch of things first. I'm like, okay, sure. All right, sure. But I told the woman, I really hope so. And she was like, I hope so too. So then the moment arrived. She gets on the PA and she says, Gate 40, I swear this is it. But we are officially starting boarding now. And everyone starts clapping their ass. Bro, everyone starts laughing, hearing. I immediately get my stuff and we start boarding, bro. We start boarding. Couldn't believe it. After close to 9 hours, now pretty much 9 hours at this point. After waiting at that same gate, staying in the same seat, we officially start boarding probably around 10:15 p.m. Officially. Somehow, some way. I will show pictures in regards to like what I saw in the video. Here's a good rundown. Check out MCO at what time was this at? This was 1:52 p.m. at MCO. Take a look at this. This was everything there. Look at all that red. All that red equals you got canceled or it was delayed. Here's more. Look at that. Crazy, right? So we start officially boarding. And it felt so good to be on that plane. It felt amazing to be on that plane. Here's the thing though. The activities do not start there. The stuff, the delays and whatnot, the craziness of that day did not finish there. So we get on this flight, it officially takes off. Huge sigh of relief. Huge sigh of relief. We are officially in the air. We're officially going home. Then guess what? Back in Jersey, around the Newark area, you were told there's bad weather. So the pilot basically tells us, hey, there is a very good chance that we're going to have to stay in the air here for a little bit longer because of the weather in Jersey. So guess what this guy did? This guy went loop-de-loop with the plane. Look, I've never had that happen before. Look where he loop-de-looped. He loop-de-looped with the plane to delay the fact that we are getting there because of the weather in Jersey. So because of that, we were in the air for an extra about 20 to 25 minutes. But let me tell you, those loop-de-loops and the descent down, oh boy, never again. Please don't do that ever again. Like, I am not... First off, to anyone who doesn't know me, I am not great with heights. I am terrified with that. But going on a plane has been better for me overall, especially over the past couple of years. I've flown a little bit more than I thought it would be, but it's been fun, but it's also been, you know, a bit of a learning curve for me. Also because I get motion sickness very easily. So, yeah. But the descent down after the loopy-loops because of the fact that Newark weather was terrible? Oh man, never again. I don't want to ever do that ever again. Nope. I've never had that happen before, so yeah, I hope has anyone else had that happen before? Because, man, that's crazy. But yeah, so never had that happen before ever. But we were able to land safely, despite the fact that the descent down was very, very rocky. We got home. Officially. Want to know the time we got home? 2 a.m. 2 a.m. So that, chat, is basically the main reason as to why the past couple of days since I've gotten back has been terrible. Because ever since that day, Monday, it's been a roller coaster of emotions, aka I just felt so lazy to the point where I didn't give a fuck. as to what was going on right now. Like, I told myself, all right, well, I got to make a content schedule. Yeah, but I don't really feel like editing right now because I still feel blah from the previous day. Blah, blah, blah. That's basically how it happened. That anyone who doesn't know, now you know. Because it was absolutely crazy going through that entire thing. Especially when you see everything in the news about how airports are right now. Crazy. All I will say is good luck. And all I will say is also, if you are traveling via plane, bro, just be there early and just be careful, because if you get delayed, oh man, it's not fun at all. It's not ever fun. So that is the story about my close to 10-hour delay for a flight in Orlando. And yeah, there you go. Oh man, what a crazy turn of events. Crazy turn of events. So yeah. Now, a couple of other things that I will talk about now is a couple things from the weekend. So during my trip down to Florida, I went on a trip, as mentioned, for family stuff. But that Sunday, before the whole debacle of the airport, we went to Universal. And guess what we went to Universal for? Yes, you may think about the potential rides, the potential things that you could potentially see. Super Nintendo World. I was there for a Mardi Gras concert. For Zedd, specifically. Zedd. And man, what an experience that concert was. What an experience, man. Just thinking about it right now, it's like I want to live through it again. Man, crazy. So, I didn't know this at the time, but basically, Universal held a bunch of like Mardi Gras. Universal held a bunch of Mardi Gras concerts. Let me see if I can show it here. Parade concerts. There we go. So it's basically this. Like concerts right here. So Zedd was on Sunday, March 15th. Right here. And we got tickets. But as I mentioned in the airport story, remember there were a bunch of thunderstorms in the area. So guess what was happening when we got to Universal? As we were driving over to Universal, it started pouring. Pouring? Thunder and lightning? You absolutely name it. So I'm telling myself, guys, are we actually about to attend this concert? Because there's like no way, right? They might cancel this thing. But I didn't say anything, but I definitely thought about it. I was like they might cancel this, right? Thankfully they didn't. But we needed some ponchos, and we went into Universal while everybody else was filing out, because it was basically, you know, thunder, lightning. A lot of people were like, let's get the hell out of here. Let's get the hell out of here. So we go over to the Mardi Gras portion of the, we go over to the stage to where Zedd will be performing later. Thing is, though, I think he started at like 8 or no, 7:30, 8:30. I don't remember what it was. I think it was 8:30. But the thing is, though, we got there about 6 p.m. Mind you, it's still pouring rain. Pouring its ass off. It's just like crazy, crazy, crazy. You couldn't see a damn thing. I was basically all wet. Hey, yo, but all wet, man. So we basically stand there for a good while, to the point where my legs and feet were like dying by the end of the night. But let me tell you, this was, so I've been to many concerts before. I've been to many concerts, but I usually will go for the seat, you know? I've never done like a standing concert before in my life. So this was my first concert where I'm standing in a crowd full of people, and remember, we're all drenched because of the weather. It's pouring rain, and there's a lightning. There's lightning too. So it's almost like we shouldn't probably be out here, but we were out there. So yeah, I've never done a concert where I was standing until that concert. So when Zedd started and he showed up and he started playing his music, man, it was incredible. Yeah, there were, I wasn't expecting lasers, by the way. I wasn't expecting lasers. I'm gonna put some videos here when I edit this in a video, but that man's music put so many, that man's music put such a smile on my face, because I get it, you know, like I'm not a huge EDM guy, you know, and anything in regards to those potential genres and whatnot, but I could at least know like what a song, what he's produced and what he has released over the many years that he's done this. And I just have to respect him, because that man put on a show. It was definitely one of the best shows I've ever seen, because everybody was engaged. Everyone was jumping. Everybody was laughing and enjoying themselves. And remember, this was all happening while we all had ponchos and umbrellas up. It was incredible. Let me see if I can show you guys an Instagram. Let me see if I can get this up from Instagram on as from Zedd, because he put something up on Instagram that showed off the vibes of what was going on in this thing at this concert. Look at this. Look, this was me. Somewhere in here, I'm in here. Look at this. This is incredible. At this point, it wasn't raining. This was like at the end here, but the whole entire space was just filled with confetti. It was insane to watch. And this guy was just full of energy, and I just have to say thank you so much, Zedd. You put such a smile on everybody's faces. It was incredible. The energy was incredible there. So yeah, I was in the sea of crowd. Look at that. Incredible. Crazy. But yeah, obviously I don't want to, like, you know, put the sound on, but, you know, because of copyright, but this was incredible, man. It was so good. I would go to another Zedd concert at some sort of festival or something, man. It just is so, it was so good. But yeah. Looks lit. Oh man, it was so lit. It was so lit. But yeah, I'll never ever forget this, for real. Look at that. Oh my gosh. And imagine me. This is my first ever concert standing, by the way. in the pouring rain with ponchos on. The energy was crazy. Look at that. Everybody jumping. It was incredible, man. I will just keep saying this. It was incredible. Absolutely incredible. And so obviously, when he does the final song, look at that. Look at that. Amazing. Amazing. So the final song obviously he does is Clarity. And Clarity is pretty much his most famous of them all. He went in with an intro, and then he started playing the intro to it, and then everybody was so loud singing that song. It was amazing to listen to. There was a moment in there where I was like, "Oh, this is incredible." I keep saying it's incredible, but it really was. And then the confetti and it popping off, man, dude. It was just a sight to see. Here, I will show you a picture. This was a picture I took of after the confetti started to fly. Look at that. That is a scene that is going to be etched in my mind for the rest of my life. So, Zedd, thank you so much for putting on an amazing concert. It was well worth the wait. I beforehand though, I definitely was like, man, dude, I'm standing my ass out here and I'm tired as hell. But it was worth it. It was absolutely worth it. But yeah, I hope I do it again at some point. Because again, that was incredible. But yeah, so there you go. Those are my stories from the past weekend. And now it is time to get ready for my anime Spring 2026 anime rundown. You already know how we're gonna do this. Just gonna go ahead and set this up. Thank you guys so much for honestly listening to my stories, because if I'm being honest with you, while I do make content out of all this stuff, I just want to continue making this stuff about myself and just tell you guys so much about my stuff, my stories, about anything, without trying to be too personal with it. So I really appreciate you guys. But yeah, next week though, we will get into the swing of things again. I need to finish Hollow Knight. I need to do a bunch of stuff. Obviously, the LMFL. But yeah, we will get back on track with everything next week. So yeah, I already know what I'm going to be editing early next week, but that's an early next week thing. Okay, so chat, I am going to use the restroom. I'll be right back, okay? For right now, let's get this ready here. It's almost time once again. I think it's this right here. Yeah, there we go. Perfect. Here we go. Here we go. Perfect. There we go. That should be good. I'm gonna zoom it in once, maybe twice. Yeah, that's good. All right. Chat, be back. Right. Yeah. I'm back. Okay. You already know how this goes. But if you don't, I will obviously explain it. So. Basically, what we'll be doing, I hope this doesn't take too long, but usually it does, but let's hope not. So, I put it from last time for the fall, or no, for the winter 2026 season. So we did the first 5 rows, at least according to Annie list. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we got 5 rows here to look at in terms of anime. I will be going through every single anime in terms of if I'm watching it, if I'm skipping it, or if I'm keeping an eye out on it. Compared though to winter, I'll be honest, I have not really done that much prep. So I'm not sure how my total is going to be looking like here. So let's see. Yeah. So we're going to look at the first 5 rows, but then we are also going to take a look at some ones that I have at least noted. And then we'll take a look at that really quick, and then boom, there you go. So, yeah. Let me actually take a look at something here. Because my issue is, I feel like whenever I look at the final product, it's always a, well, what is, how do I actually usually do this? Here we go.
The winter 2026 season is upon us, so as always,
Okay, there we go. I know what's going on now. But the thing is, though, I don't know if we have a double core, do we? From winter? Everything's ending. Yeah, all the ones that I have here listed, at least, are all ones that are ending next week or the week after. Okay, so there's no double core ones then. Coming from, wow, that's actually a rarity. I do not know, though. Is there actually anything? No, I don't believe so. Yeah, I heard Tomon's B-side was good. Yeah, everything else is ending here. So, yeah. Yeah, there is no double cores, so there you go. Honestly, better for me then. Okay. All right. Perfect. Here we go. Let's do this. Here we go. Let's change the music again. Let's go back. Let's go to Persona 3 this time. Actually, did I do Persona? Oh no, wait.
rest of circumstances that he meets.
Oh, it's Persona 5. Okay. Persona 3 then. Persona 3 it is for this. Perfect. Okay, perfect. I think we're good with that. Okay, perfect. All right, here we go. You guys ready? Here we go. Let's finish this, hopefully in the next hour and a half. This might take a bit. All right, here we go. The spring 2026 anime season is upon us. Can you guys believe it's almost April in 2026 already? Oh my goodness. Hello, YouTube. Once again, it is time for your boy to go through the next season of anime and figure out as to what I will be watching, what I will be skipping, and what I will be keeping an eye out on. We have done this for a couple of seasons dating back to last spring, if I remember correctly. Now, spring 2026 is upon us, and it's looking like another great season. So let's take a look at the spring 2026 anime slate. That was a good intro, right? That was a good intro. We are in another this fall 2020 season in particular, but anyway, because obviously what you're looking at here onto your right, perfect. Okay, we're good. We are good. All right, let's start. Here we go. All right, let's do this. I'm gonna change my thing here. Yeah, I think no. Here we go. Perfect. This should be good. Okay. Perfect. Okay. Let me fix my... I mean, I could just do that. I don't really care. I'll be honest with you. I feel like I should show my curls. Hold up. Oh, this is a little bit of a mess, isn't it? All right, it's okay. All good. All I know is I need to look good somehow. Okay. All right. Okay. This is the winter. All right, everybody, here we go. So this is the winter, or no, Jesus Christ. All right, everybody. So this is the spring 2026 anime season. It's looking like to be another great season of anime here. As we're doing this like before, we will be looking at the first 5 rows on AniList, and then we'll be taking a look at a couple more that I have at least picked out that is looking interesting in terms of what I will be potentially watching. But as always, I just have to say a couple of disclaimers, and those disclaimers are: 1, I can't watch everything, just a heads up there. If there is something that you are looking forward to this season upcoming in the spring 2026 anime slate, let me know down in the comments down below. Of course, remember to hit that like button and subscribe. And of course, I will not be counting any movies, any specials, any OVAs. We are only going to be counting the ones that are releasing weekly. And then I think that's it. All right, so let's begin. Here we go. So let's start off here. Now, usually we always start off getting someone's from the winter season because of the double core. Guess what? There is no anime coming from the winter season that will be going into 2026 spring. I don't know why I just did that. But anyways, no double cores. So we are starting at 0 right off the bat. All right. So the first thing here is an anime. Okay, so let me say that again. So the first thing here is going to be a new anime. Surprisingly, it is not a sequel. It is actually a new anime called The Witch Hat Atelier. Now, this one has been interesting to look at because this anime was actually supposed to air, I believe, last year, but it didn't because of production issues. If you guys don't know potentially about Bug Films, because Studio Bug Films does animate this anime, Bug Films has been under scrutiny because of Zom 100 a couple years ago, where they underwent a bunch of delays with Zom 100 specifically, to the point where it's not really surprising to see that there's no second season of Zom 100. So yeah. But yeah, this series as a whole has been rated very, very high on AniList, 86% here. Mal 8.69. So this has been a huge this has been a very big one that a lot of people have been anticipating in terms of release. So as we all do it for new anime, I will read the synopsis and then we will go off of that. In a world where everyone takes wonders like magic and spells and dragons for granted, Coco is a girl with a simple dream. She wants to be a witch. But everybody knows magicians aren't born, not made, and Coco was not born with a gift for magic. Resigned to her unmagical life, Coco is about to give up on her dream to become a witch, until the day she meets Ifri? I hope I'm saying that right. A mysterious traveling magician. After secretly seeing Ifri perform magic in a way she's never seen before, Coco soon learns what everybody knows might not be the truth, and discovers that her magical dream may not be as far away as it may seem. Let's watch the trailer here really quick. I've seen the trailer already, but I'm just gonna show it off to you guys for a little bit here. It looks to be good. Anime that I'm... Over 7 million copies sold. Damn. Acclaimed worldwide. Damn. Holy. Oh yeah, this looks great though. The production looks great. Well, I don't know about production actually. Let me scratch that, but the animation looks great at least. Also, I will be skipping around because OP stuff, you know, copyright. Yeah, it's I've seen this trailer already, but yeah, it looks amazing. It looks absolutely amazing. So you already know we will be watching this. It looks great, man. What the hell? Alright. That one looks great, which is why we are already putting the counter of watching to 1. Now, here is actually something I completely forgot to do. Completely forgot to put down my schedule here, so 1 second. Oh, there we go. Done. Mon. Who's... And of course, my thing still applies. There may be a limit in terms of how much I'm watching, only because it's impossible to watch everything, as I mentioned before. All right. So Witch Hat Atelier we will obviously be watching, and it premieres Monday, April 6th. So there you go. Our first anime is on Monday. Look at my thing. There you go. See it? There you go. So I will be keeping an eye on this. All right. Now, it seems as though that the rest of the row from before has a bunch of sequels to it. And guess what? all of them damn sequels. You got ReZero, Tensura, Classroom of the Elite, Angel Spoils Me Rotten, and Wistoria Season 2. We are all going to be watching this. So, we got 3, 6. Well, might as well just add... Wait, I thought it was 5. I think it's because... Okay, whatever. Okay, at this point, I'm committed to it. Okay. 3, 6. All right, so we got 6 on the board here already. This entire first row is going to be watched. So we are adding now 6. All right, let's take a look. Obviously, I'll just go ahead and note them all down just because, you know. Of course, ReZero Season 4. ReZero is one of my favorite anime series of all time. There's no doubts in my mind that I will be watching. There's obviously no reason as to why I'm not going to be watching ReZero. I will be watching ReZero Season 4. I really liked Season 3, man. I can kind of understand why people didn't exactly like it compared to previous seasons. But then I have also heard that this arc that is going to be featured in Season 4 is going to be one of the best in ReZero ever, according to the light novel readers. So hopefully White Fox knocks it out of the park. But yeah, ReZero Season 4, it's going to be watched. There's no doubts in my mind. It's just one of my favorite anime series ever. Next up, Tensura. So, isekai, you know, 2 isekais in a row. Actually, the thing is, though, kind of crazy. Before we get into Tensura really quick, is the fact that this count for ReZero is 19 episodes, and then for some reason Tensura has 5 split cores. This is crazy, man. This is super crazy, but all right. That time I got reincarnated as a slime. Season 4 that premieres on Fridays. So there's a lot of talk about Tensura as a whole because of how every episode is basically just a meeting. I can absolutely understand that, which is why I think Season 3 is the weakest season of Tensura ever. I'm really hoping that the meetings get toned down here in Season 4, but we will see. I don't mind Tensura at all. I like the characters in it. It's just, we need to get some action going, all right? Like, I understand the meetings and whatnot, but let's tone it down a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Let's tone it down a little bit. Next one up, Classroom of the Elite, 4th season. This is the second year's first semester. Kind of crazy when you think about it, right? So Season 4 of Classroom of the Elite, of course, will also be watching, once again, a weird episode count, 16 episodes here. That will be live Tuesday? I need to check that. Hold on. That doesn't seem right. Is that actually a Tuesday? Hold on. Air date? Air date? April 1? Is it really April 1 or is it... Hold on a second, chat. 1 second. Tuesday? It says Tuesday here on Annie list, but that's got to be wrong, right? Wednesday? Let's take a look at ReZero 1 second here, chat. 8 p.m. Or no, April 8. Witch Hat was Monday 6. The 6th. April 1? Is that a Wednesday? Okay, that is weird. I'm just gonna put it... Okay, let's redo this entire thing. Classroom of the Elite, 4th season, 2nd year, the first semester of the second year, we will of course be watching Classroom of the Elite once again with a weird episode count of 16 episodes, but we will be watching Classroom of the Elite. I know a lot of people have a lot of gripes about Aino Koji, but personally, I think this is one of the more interesting school dramas. So yeah, Classroom of the Elite will be being watched, and yeah, it says Tuesday here, but I'm gonna put Wednesday because I'm pretty sure it airs on a Wednesday, but I could be wrong. But yeah, we will be watching the second year first semester, which apparently has been very, very good. So, all right, the Angel next up is The Angel Spoils Me Rotten season 2. This airs on Friday the 3rd, and yes, we will once again be watching this. I know a lot of people have gripes about animation style, kind of, sort of. I kind of do too, but this one is just so cute to watch because it's just pure diabetes. It's just so sweet. These two are so sweet. So yeah, I will of course be watching a second season of those two. And the last one on this row is Wistoria season 2. We will be seeing what Will is up to in terms of everybody else, because everybody else other than Will is a piece of shit. Other than like a couple, like, I guess you can put like a couple other people in there, but I remember hating a bunch of these characters. I did not like them at all. But yeah, we got them on Sunday, Wistoria. And yeah, there you go. That entire first row is good. 6. There we go. Because guess what? It actually doesn't even stop there. The second row starts off with the third core and the final core of Dr. Stone Science Future. Dr. Stone has been one that has been growing on me since it started, and I really do enjoy this season in particular of Dr. Stone. But yeah, this is going to be the final core, so this is going to be the series finale here, airing very, very soon. And yes, of course, we will be watching Dr. Stone. It is going to air on Thursday. Yeah, I'm going to be really sad when Dr. Stone actually ends here very soon. But now, we have a new anime here. Demons? Is it Demons? Demons of the Shadow Realm? Let me just double check, because you never know. I don't want to butcher this name. I really don't. Let's see. How do people pronounce it? Actually, a lot of people have made videos from a couple of years ago, which is kind of crazy. Let's see.
I can hear like the sounds. I can smell the smells. Like
drawn by the same person that did Full Metal Alchemist. Demons of the Shadow to be talking about this specific manga today. Demons of the Shadow. Demons of the Shadow Realm.
Hello friends, for today's video we're going to be doing another light novel and manga reading diaries light novels. So for today we're going to be discussing in particular I want to Demons of the Shadow Realm, but I couldn't resist after getting the first few volumes of Demons of the Shadow Realm.
Alright, so it's like demons. Okay. Let's do this then. Alright. After Dr. Stone now, we have now another new anime here. It's called Demons of the Shadow Realm. This one is going to be by Bones. As everybody knows, Bones is a very, very well-renowned studio. But the thing is, though, with this one is the fact that the creator of this manga made... Wait for it! Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood. And just overall, Full Metal Alchemist. Pretty dope, right? Now, as someone who has not watched this, before you guys kill me once again, I've not watched everything. I will get to it at some point. All right, I will get to it at some point. But this has at least interested me just because of the fact that the original creator is the creator of Full Metal Alchemist. So, let's read the synopsis and let's take a look. Oh wait, let me just go ahead and this is Dr. Stone. Did someone say Full Metal Alchemist? No, yeah, for real. So this is a new anime made from the creator of Full Metal Alchemist, and this is a separate manga from them. So here we go. In a remote mountain village under the watchful eyes of two stone guardians, the young Yuru contentedly lives off the land while staying close to the only family he has left, Asa, his precious twin sister. Asa, meanwhile, carries out a mysterious duty on behalf of the village while locked in a cage. Why is Asa a prisoner? And what other secrets does Yuru's otherwise idyllic home hide? Oh, shoot. Okay. Interesting. Let's watch the PV. Damn, that's loud as fuck. Okay.
朝元気？今日もきちんとお勤めを果たしてるよ。心配すんな。俺は絶対にこの村を出ない。お前がここにいる限りずっとそばにいる。お前を守ってやる。お前ら何者だ？そこだけ。
We will be watching this, by the way. Oh! Oh! Yo!
何が起こってんだよ。お前、左右様を使え。妖怪、化け物、ユーマ、異形、対なる者。こいつらがお前のつがいだ。つがい。
Vondi! Okay! Yes, sir! Alright. Alright, let's just skip through a little bit, you know, because of copyright, you know. Yama, by the way, doing the ED, amazing. Oh man! This looks so good, man! Ooh, boy! Yeah, this is 100% getting watched, no ifs and buts about it. And when is it airing? It's a Saturday here. Let me just go double check. Yep, it's a Saturday anime. We got our first Saturday anime, and it's this one, Demons of the Shadow Realm. All right, go ahead and put 8 now. We already got 8. Kind of crazy. All right, next one up is Dorohedoro Season 2, which will also once again be watched by Mappa. This one it's been a while since Season 1. I did watch it 2 years ago, so I'm not gonna lie, I kind of forgot a bunch of things. But I remember enjoying this one. I think the CG was definitely a bit off-putting at first, but I got used to it. And at the end of the day, I liked Kaiman, and I loved some characters in here. I mean, this is just a crazy, crazy gory anime as well. But yeah, it will be watched here, and it airs Wednesday as well. Oh boy. Okay. Let me just double check this. Where is it? Doro. Why is it not here? Why is it not here? It says Wednesday. So that's at least something. Doro? Why is it not there? Why is it not here? Is it because it's an ONA and it's technically whatever, man? Alright, well, Wednesday is looking pretty stacked already if this is the case. So let's go ahead and put it for Doro Hedoro. So we got 3 Wednesday already. ReZero, Classroom of the Elite, and Doro Hedoro Season 2. Crazy. Oh, just like that. We got 9, but we're going to go ahead and put 1 skip already. The beginning after the end, Season 2. Apparently, this was just an absolute disaster for Season 1. So why are we even bothering about this? We're just going to skip and we're just going to move on. I think it's just so crazy how with this also, by the way, like the original source was like really, really good. And then the anime just took an absolute big shit on it. I just, terrible. Anyways, let's move on. Welcome to Demon School Iruma-kun Season 4. So this is going to also be a skip. Now, I have not watched this. I've actually wanted to start watching this, but I have not gotten into it yet, of course, obviously. So this will be another skip to it. However, the fact that this has 4 seasons going on, it seems to be a pretty underrated anime. But I have not watched it yet. But I hope the people who are fans of this is going to continue to enjoy here with a 4th season. Kind of crazy. It's 24 episodes as well. So there's a lot here going on. So that's cool to see, at least. This is, okay. So this one next up here is Ascendance of a Bookworm, part 3 of something. Now, I'm also going to be skipping this because I am not caught up with Ascendance of a Bookworm, but I have heard that this is an anime series that is definitely worth watching, especially because it is also an isekai as well, but it's a well-written one, at least from what I've heard. So I will have to check this out at some point, but currently I will be skipping it because I'm not caught up on it, obviously. And this goes same with Iruma-kun as well. It's just I'm not caught up on it. So, all right, My Hero special episode here. As we all know, My Hero has ended already, but this is just one episode that is, an extra one, I guess. I think adapting the epilogue, skipping because I haven't caught up on My Hero yet. Just saying. Same here. Farming Life in Another World Season 2 by Studio Zero G. We will also be skipping this because I have not watched the first season, although I'm not quite sure if I haven't. Yeah, I'm not even watched the first season at all. But it seems to be received well, so I think I'll have to check this out at some point, but I have not, But yeah, skipping, technicality. All right, so we have a new one here. Ooh, Marriage Toxin is next. Okay. So this one here is called The Warrior Princess and the Barbaric King. So this is a new one. This is a definite new one. So let's go ahead and read this. I do not know what I'm looking at. Hold up. Okay, here we go. We're just gonna go ahead and do this later. Okay. Serafina de la Violent, the strongest female knight in the West, was sent to subjugate the barbaric tribes of the East, but when her mission fails spectacularly, she's captured alive and imprisoned. Humiliated and dreading what horrific torture she'll endure, she asks to be put to death. What the Okay, to her surprise, rather than tearing her limb from limb, tribe leader asks for her hand in marriage. Will Serafina face a cruel and abusive arranged marriage, or will she discover that these tribes aren't as barbaric as she was led to believe? Sounds interesting. I mean, not the best premise in the whole world, but how is this rated though? Okay, it's not anything crazy. The fact that I see Tis Torture Time for Princess is kind of funny though. Okay, let's go ahead and read the synopsis. See if this is worth watching. All right, let's watch the PV.
皆が豊かに暮らせるよう私が必ずや東方を平定する殺せ花嫁なぜその蛮族としたしげにそいつは敵ですよ
敵をめとってはいかんのか
貴族としての責務を
ああ今さらそういうのいいです
普通なら恨まれ憎まれるだけのことはしてきた自覚はある
そなたに明かそうこの地に秘められた神秘の一端を竜はこちらではどこにでもいる獣の一つだ嫁っ子様を乾杯よ
さすがは内政の嫁っ子めでてえかって
気に病むことはない
むしろおもろいからもっと驚いてセラさん一緒に研究してみないっすか
そうか私は何も知らなかったのだな
セラフィーナが撃たれたか哀れなセラフィーナよ
It looks alright. It looks alright, you know, like, eh? I don't know. I think at first glance, it doesn't seem to be that interesting. It also kind of looks like there's a lot of still shots in here. It was supposed to air in October, but then got delayed to April. That's not great. That is not great, man. Uh-oh. I think it's tough to say. I'm gonna skip this one. I can see the premise being interesting, but I think I'm just gonna keep it safe and I'll just put it as a skip for right now. It seems interesting though, at least. Like, the premise is at least interesting, but production side, I don't really like it that much. We'll have to see though. If it does well, it does well. That's why you never know. Burn my dread. Okay, let's move on now to the holy shit. We're actually on the third row already. Okay, great. This is great though. This is great. Okay, next up, Marriage Toxin. All right, so this one has been on my radar for a little bit. This one with its very colorful key visual, but also at the same time made by Studio Bones. So let's take a look at this synopsis and yeah. Okay, Marriage Toxin. For centuries, the deadly arts have been perfected by those known as the Masters. Among them, the Poison Masters of the five great families hold the most fearsome power and influence. Hikaru Gero, the heir to the Poison Masters Gero family, has lived his entire life in the underworld, far removed from love or marriage. But when the Gero family decrees that Hikaru's sister must bear an heir to preserve the bloodline, by force if necessary, Hikaru resolves to protect her at all costs. It is then revealed that Hikaru encounters Mei Hinosaki, a brilliant marriage swindler who becomes the target of his latest job. Realizing the only way of solving the family succession problem and protecting his sister is through marriage, Hikaru impulsively asks Mei for help in finding a bride? What the hell? Okay. All right, let's watch this. When is there? Tuesday? All right, there's no Tuesday, so this will most likely be a watch. Yo. Whoa! Whoa!
もっと有意義な価値創造なされたらいかがです？
運命に同感者毒使いさんですよね。あんたを助けに来た。もう大丈夫だ。
その先にきっと最高の出会いがあるってね。
近々結婚しようと思って。
What was that?
結婚のこと。
私の心を盗むのは楽じゃねえぞ。
お願いします。
この私を守らせてやる。
お前が必要だ。
王子様作戦。
練習
全然ダメだよ。
最高の結婚できるかな。
もちろん私がついてるからね。
ふつつかものだがよろしく頼む。
これは
Yeah, this looks charming, man. This looks charming. This looks like a good anime right here. This looks like a good anime. All right. Well, it's the first Tuesday show, apparently, so let's go ahead and do that right now, bruh. April 7th. Tuesday. Yep. Marriage Toxin is on for Tuesday. We have 10. Now, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. 10, including Marriage Toxin. Do that. Yo, Tables! Thanks for the raid! Father Error. Ricky from NC Beans. How you guys doing? Yo, Tables, thanks for the raid, man. I don't know if my notification went off. Did it go off? I did not hear it. Well, Raiders, thank you. Hello, Father Error, thank you for the follow. I don't... Wait, why is it not on? Sorry, I'm gonna redo this. Oh, it's not working. Jeez. It did not? I'm so sorry. Hold on. 1 second. I am so sorry, because I feel as though everyone needs to be shown. What are we doing? Hold on. Well, Tables, thank you so much for the raid once again. Well, chat, if you're interested in anime, hello, you've come to the right place. We are currently reviewing the Spring 2026 anime slate at the moment. And we currently are just, we're looking at every single anime here, just trying to figure out what I will be watching for the upcoming season. And yeah, this will also be a video on YouTube as well at some point within, actually, it's going to be a video for next week. So you guys are basically part of the video now. So if you're interested, stick around. Maybe we'll see something cool. Now I gotta punish the chatters from Table Stream for this. Oh, man. Okay, for some reason, though, I have to figure out why this is not showing, because... Ricky from NC, thank you for the follow. Appreciate it. Why is this not working, man? Streamlab alert, hello. Hold on. Actually, I may have an idea. 1 second. I'm to plug myself. Subscribe to AZ Lawler on YouTube. Yes, sir. Do it. Do it. Do it. Oh my god, this is not working. Well, how are you guys doing? How is everyone doing on a Friday night? I'm going to go over this really quickly from you guys. Has anyone flown out recently? Has anyone gone to an airport recently? It's very bad. I'm just gonna let you know that right now. It's very, very bad. All right, I'm just going to do everything here again. Thank you, Father, for the follow. Thank you, Ricky from NC, for the follow. If you guys don't know me, let me just quickly introduce myself. I am AZ Larlar. I am a content creator. At least I'd like to say so. I make a bunch of gaming videos on YouTube. I make a bunch of anime videos on YouTube. I make some sports. I have a football podcast as well. Just trying to put my name out there and just try to make as much content as possible while having fun with it. So yeah, I've been a long-time content creator, actually since 2011, but then I stopped in 2017. I came back in 2019, took another hiatus, and now I'm back since last year. So here we are. So I've been at it for a while, but you know. How so? In terms of the airport, so condense my story from earlier. I basically had a 10-hour delay for my flight coming from Orlando to New Jersey because of weather issues in Orlando, along with issues with somehow, some way, there was an issue somewhere with logistics where we had no pilot at one point. I don't know how that's possible. And then after the pilots came to our gate and basically confirmed that they're going to be the one flying the plane, we all of a sudden had no flight crew, aka flight attendants. So I don't know what was happening. But yeah, I was basically there with my sister for 10 hours straight at the gate, just waiting. And it was partially because of issues with the weather, but also issues with the airport as well. And then I don't know if you guys have seen, but basically there has been also a bunch of issues with security because of the whole TSA thing that's going on right now, and then just a bunch of delays over there on that end. Now, thankfully, we didn't have delays because of security, but that day in Orlando was so bad. It was this past Monday. So it was that bad in Orlando that day, man. It was so bad because the next flight after Monday that was at least free was Wednesday. So if the flight that I was supposed to go on, which was supposed to leave at 2:30 p.m., was canceled that day, I would have had to wait until Wednesday to leave, pretty much. And that was not going to be fun at all. So yeah, thankfully we were able to leave, but that was just a crazy day because I've never had that happen before in my life. Never had that happen. There was a delay from last year when I went out to Toronto for Valorant Masters, and that one consisted of just pure weather delays because the Newark flight, so I had a connecting flight from Newark to Washington, D.C., and then Washington, D.C. to Toronto. But the DC flight was the DC flight was an issue because of just straight up weather delays. So yeah. So that is the condensed version of what I went through on Monday. And because of that, on Monday, we didn't get home until 2 a.m. in the morning, Tuesday. So because of that, I just said, screw it. I'm not going to be doing anything related to content this week. I will work, but I am done. I am straight up done with everything. So that is pretty much the gist of what happened on Monday. And yeah. So yeah, that is my very condensed version of the story there. So if you are flying out somewhere soon, please be wary of potential delays because you may run into them and you may have to consider your options. No compensation for the delayed flights. Actually, here's the one thing I completely forgot to mention earlier in the story. I completely forgot to mention this. You want to know what United gave us as compensation? Thank you for bringing this up, actually, by the way. Completely forgot. United gave us a $15 meal voucher. That was it. That was the one thing that honestly pissed me off earlier because I have not had an issue with United ever until Monday. A $15 voucher for a 2-hour, not even a 2-hour flight, for a meal voucher that was supposed to expire the next day. Let me show you this. Let me show you the email. I don't want to dox myself, of course, but basically, I'm just going to read you the email here. No, yeah, the next day. Swear to God. Swear to God. Hold on. It's here somewhere. March 16. Yeah, here we go. Okay, so I'll start off here with this. So I'll show you this. So it says, we're sorry about the changes to your travel plans. We'd like to help by providing a meal voucher for everyone on your trip. So it's good for food and drinks and a one-time use. And the voucher is a credit card, blah, blah, blah. Without showing too much information, there you go. $15 for a meal voucher, right? And the date under it, this date right here, is the day it expires, aka the next day. It says redeem by single use. So they basically gave us a meal voucher for the next day. And I'm all like, you might as well just keep it. You might as well just keep it. I don't know. I completely forgot to mention that in the story earlier. My goodness, I'm so sorry. But basically, thank you for bringing it up. I would have wanted upgraded seats or something. I would have said the same thing. But it is what it is at this point. Whatever. So I have not had an issue with them at all. But that was kind of crazy. That was crazy, man. The fact that they gave us a $15 meal voucher for something that expires the next day? Come on, man. Seriously. Like, come on. Like, I'm flying out somewhere that I will reveal much later on. Why don't you just make this thing, like, good for a whole year or something? I don't know. Like, give me something. But yeah, that was the... Yeah, that was that. That was the condensed story with that. Pretty crazy. So yeah. Thank you for reminding me because I actually could not believe that I missed out on it. Wait, I forgot to miss it. But yeah, that was the addition to the story earlier. They gave us a $15 meal voucher that was set good for the next day. And United said, yeah, that'll be enough. And I don't know about that. So yeah, again, all I'm gonna say is, if you are flying out anywhere anytime soon, just be ready. Showing too much information. Just be ready for potential delays, because it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. There on that one, supposed to leave at 2:30 p.m. Along. So everyone. 1 second, chat. 1 second. 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. Yo, tables! Thanks for the raid. Okay, good. Yeah. Just had to double check that. Okay. Hello? Okay, good. I think we're good. Want to make sure there's no issues. But yeah, that was that. So, yep. Yo, tables! Thanks for the raid. Okay. All right, let me continue my rundown of the anime slate. We're kind of sort of almost there, so yeah. Okay, so if you're interested in anime recommendations, take along. Yeah, that was very crazy. Okay, moving on now, chat. Tables, once again, thanks for the raid, buddy. I'll message you later. All right, next one up here is what is this? I have this planning. Oh, it's this one. Okay. When is it airing? Tuesday? Ooh. Okay. So next one up here is, I should probably get upgraded seats somewhere, huh? It's all right. I'll think about that in another time. It's all right. Okay, next one up here is, oh shit. Oh man. My allergies are acting up really bad right now. Oh my goodness. I will have to fix the raid alerts another time. I don't know what happened, but that will need to be switched up at some point. It's okay. I'll worry about that next time. Okay, there we go. All right, next one up here is, I made friends with the second prettiest girl in my class. All right, so this one has been rated pretty well. I'm not gonna lie, 78% is not bad at all. It's pretty good. So this seems to be at least something that is interesting, I hope. So let's go ahead and read the synopsis here. I, Maki Maihara, was the loner boy in my class until I made my first friend, Umi Asanagi. Asanagi is always at the center of attention, and boys considered her to be the second cutest girl in the class. I thought I was just a guy in the shadows living in a completely different world from her, but it turned out that she liked B movies too. Now, Asanagi-san secretly comes over to my house on Fridays after school. We have a great time together as we share same interests in movies, games, and manga. Sit next to me and we can read manga together. This is my bed. It's my bed for now. Come on over here. Whoa. Isn't that too close, Asanagi-san? All right, I mean, it sounds like a very typical rom-com. Let's watch. BA? Oh shoot, Akane! Oh shoot. Oh, I like this a lot already.
なるほど。私との放課後デートに緊張していると。もういくらなんでもビビりすぎだって。
俺はいいんだけど、そんなに毎週俺との予定入れちゃっていいの？
金曜以外に遊んでるからその辺は平気だよ。あ、やっぱり前原くんだ。
Oh, they got caught. I think. We were wrong.
よければ
Or she's the homewrecker.
女の子の私から見てもユウは昔からマジで可愛いもん。なんかあったら言ってね。なんせ一番可愛い天海さんだもん。だからずっと一番にマキ君、今週の金曜日空いてる？マキ君、これからよろしくね。
This seems heartwarming.
前原もすぐ好きになるよ。
周りの空気とか雰囲気とかそういうのを盛り下げないように無理して。
本当はただ逃げたかっただけなんだ。
気を使って。
私本当にバカだ。
それで疲れちゃったりとか。
私もっとちゃんと考えないとダメみたい。前原、正直な気持ち聞かせて。
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. That seemed interesting, at least. I will say this, though. One of the main reasons as to why I will watch this is because apparently it's pretty good, but also it's on Tuesday, so it's not exactly putting too much space. So thank God. So yeah, we will be watching that. 11 now for the watching category. And let's move forward. Let's close these tabs while we're at it. Tuesday, what time on Tuesday? Or what day on Tuesday, actually? April 7. Okay. I think we're good there. April 7 is right here. Yep. Okay. Perfect. Julio. All right. Next up here is a movie for the regular at Magic High School. Okay, so this is going to be a skip, and we won't count it because it's a movie. And next up here is Liar Game from Mad House. Now this one, oh wow, it started in 2005, but then it ended 10 years later, and it's rated not too bad. It's pretty good. Okay. So let's go ahead and read the synopsis for Liar Game. I'm not gonna lie, I'm probably gonna watch. Oh, it's a Monday. Oh, it works out for me. All right, let's go ahead and check this out. Okay, we're good. Wishing she would live up to the ideal, Kanzaki Nao's father named her thusly for honesty. Now has more than lived up to her father's wishes, even exceeding them and earning the label of a foolishly honest girl. This makes Now the least qualified candidate for the high-stakes Liar Game, where winning requires deceiving the opponent out of their money and losing means receiving massive debt. However, that doesn't stop a box containing 100 million yen in cash and a card informing her of her participation in the game from arriving at her doorstep. Nor does it stop her from being promptly tricked out of the entire sum of money. Upon hearing that from a genius swindler responsible for the bankruptcy of a major corporation is being released from jail, Now goes to the swindler Shinichi Akiyama to enlist his help. And with that, the two are drawn into the dark, greed-filled, and deceptive world of the Liar Game. Finally, this sounds kind of not new, but sounds it sounds refreshing almost. I think that's really good in terms of the recommendations. Like, look at that. Thank goodness. All right, let's take a look at this in PV. I will most likely be watching this as well, so it's a Monday show.
私はよく人からそう呼ばれた。
100円しろと？
今時珍しく真っ正直な子だね。お届け物です。
あなたはこの度見事ライアーゲームトーナメントにエントリーされました。なんなのライアーゲームって。
What website is this? Oh, this one right here? This is called Annulus.co. So this is where I track all my anime and whatnot. Here, I'll post a link in the chat.
この馬鹿げたゲームから脱出する方法を見つけるのに全力を注ぐんだ。
秋山さん。
皆さんには1億円をお渡しします。これを22名のプレイヤーで取り合ってもらいます。
No problem.
どうして私
常に敵を監視すること。
Oh, okay.
策はある。 最悪のシナリオで動いている可能性が高い。
これはライアーゲーム、騙し合いのゲームじゃないか。
Oh, shoot.
人を疑うとはその人間を知ろうとする行為なんだ。
ライアーゲームに本気で参戦します。
てめえ騙したな。騙して何が悪い。騙し合いのゲームだろ。
Oh, man. I'm such a sucker for these kinds of anime, man. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, this is gonna get watched, dude. This is 100% gonna get watched. I think for me, when it comes down to it, this is also just an anime that is kind of rare to see in a season. So I will take advantage and watch. Let's see here. I think we have 12 now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yeah. So we have 12 now in the watching list. Let's move forward. By the way, AniList is one option, but my anime list is the most popular. I didn't use Mal that much compared to AniList, so yeah. I just personally find AniList better. I don't know. All right, chat. So we have 12 now, and we are currently on the... We are on the 1, 2, 3, 4. So we got 4 rows out of 5. And so yeah, we're almost done. So we should be finishing up by 11. Do it. I don't want to take too much time, but yeah. Yeah, I heard about my anime list, but not this one. I think for me, I just find the more modern aspect of it just better overall. And there are a couple of things on here that aren't on my anime list, but I don't know. I just find it more better, to be honest with you. Like, I think the feeling of it is just overall better. Okay. Here's another one that is also highly anticipated. We have obviously Demons of the Shadow Realm from the creator of Full Metal Alchemist. We have a bunch of sequels, and now here we are with another one that is very, very interesting, and it's Akane Banashi. I hope I'm saying that right. I could be butchering it, but this one seems to be also highly anticipated. So here's the synopsis. Akane Osaki, captivated since childhood by the magical performances of her father, Shinta Arakawa, witnesses a shocking incident during his decisive performance for promotion to Jinuchi, master rank. 6 years later, now a high school student, she now sets her sights on becoming Jinuchi herself, pushing toward in the highly competitive world of Rakugo. A passionate and authentic Rakugo drama begins now. So this one is rated pretty high, 81%. Pretty good there. And again, I think this is overall just another kind of series where you don't really see that much of it. So let's take a look at the PV. I'll also most likely be watching this.
5年3組大崎茜。夫は落語家で話がとっても面白くて毎日私を笑わせてくれます。
こんな俺を茜は好きでいてくれた。その思いに応えたい。
Take a sip of some water. I need it.
落語家として。
ねえ、どうしたの？ねえ、おっかってば。あの日、あの時から始まったんだ。
He must have lost right there. I said, I think this is just one that I'm gonna watch because this is just a premise that you really just don't really see in a seasonal anime. So I will be checking this one out. It airs on Saturdays, which is perfect. We now have 2 on a Saturday. So let me go ahead and go through so far this season. While we go ahead and let's see where we at. We got okay, so we got this. Okay, cool. So Witch Hat is Monday, ReZero is Wednesday, Tensura is Friday, Angel is Friday, Wistoria season 2 is Sunday. That's currently the only Sunday anime so far. Dr. Stone is Thursday, currently the only Thursday anime so far. Demons of the Shadow Realm is Saturday. Akane is Saturday as well. Dorohedoro is Wednesday. Okay. Skipping. Marriage Toxin is Tuesday. Pretty Girl is Tuesday. Liar Game is Monday. Now Akane is Tuesday. Okay. No. Saturday. Okay. Okay. Now, I guess just a heads up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay. So we're at 13. So we're about to hit. We're not about to hit a limit, but we are getting there in terms of like how many anime that I'm going to be watching per season. There is a limit in my head, but at the same time, it also matters in regards to how many Saturday shows. Because to be honest with you, here's the thing. Here's the unwritten rule with how I pick an anime. I also take a look at when it airs. So I know for a fact that as we currently speak right now, I am able to watch all the anime that I'm about to watch right here. I have 13 on my list at the moment, but it's definitely going to grow here in a bit. But let's say, for example, there's 4 anime on a Saturday. Good chance that I will probably not be doing 4 on a Saturday because obviously I want to enjoy my weekend. So we have 2 on Saturday right now. That's Demons and Akane. So far, that's good. And then Wistoria is Sunday, so that's fine. And then everything else is 2. And Wednesday currently right now is the stacked with the ReZero, Classroom of the Elite, and Dorohedoro. So, yeah. That is currently that's kind of like my unwritten rule. Because while I would love to go ahead and like watch everything, but it's impossible. Which is why every time I do like a video of it, I will always say at the very beginning, disclaimer, I can't watch everything. It's impossible to do so. So, like I can already tell, like the upcoming ones right here, 100% there's going to be some that are going to be keeping an eye out. Maybe this one right here is going to start it. Needy Girl Overdose is next from YoStar Pictures. This one is interesting because it's based off of a game. Yeah, there we go. It's a game called Needy Streamer Overload? What in the world? All right, let's just go ahead and read the synopsis and see what we got here. Okay. A multi-ending adventure about a girl with quite a need for approval who wants to become the best streamer equals internet angel. Interesting. There's apparently a pre-screening as well. A couple of weeks ago. Let's take a look at the PV here. I can already tell that this is, I don't know, we'll see. It needs. This needs to really like knock my socks off. I'm not gonna lie.
常に高みへ登り続けるあなたたちにとっては私はインターネットエンジェルとして好きに生きているだけだよ透明なんだ私たち全部隠さずに生きていくあなたたちはただ輝いているだけいいじゃないみんな正しいだけじゃ生きられないどうしても見てほしいあなたから心配しなくていいよ一瞬でもいいからその輝きのそばに私を呼んで
You liked this game? Oh wow, okay. Okay. Oh, Tatsuya Kitani. Oh shoot. The ED, okay.
一般ピーポーたちはネット慣れしてないから素で誹謗中傷を吐きまくりあくまで私たちは品定めされる商品で同じ人間なのにこっちは神や王子様として生かされる私みたいな配信者を推して人生の責任を転嫁するひょっこりオタクを裏切って地に落ちていく可能性も全然あると思うけどどうぞお好きなだけ叩いてちょうだいさーて本当にネジが外れているのはどっちかなそれじゃあ今夜も楽しい配信始まり始まり
Whoa, what in the world? That transition. Oh my goodness. Oh man, this looks interesting. Oh boy. Oh man, it really depends on when this airs.
あなたたちが信仰を捧げるたび天使は救済の使命を背負う天使は仮面の
Damn.
必ず救ってやるから
April 4? Oh Jesus. When is April 4? 4 is a Saturday? Oh, shoot. Okay, alright. Hold on a second. This looks interesting, man. This looks interesting. I have not played the game. I have no idea what this thing is all about. But it looks interesting. It looks like a serious take on, like, you know, the streamer world, the VTuber world. I'm always down for like a reality kind of thing like that. Oh man. I don't believe there's anything. Hold on a second. Let me just double check. Let me take a look at this calendar here. Need to Grow Overdose. Need to Grow Overdose. Saturday. Mao 2. Oh no. Oh no. We might be in trouble. Dude. So Mao was going to be one that I was going to show you guys out later here. Oh. It looks good though. Oh my goodness, man. Shit. Oh man, this is so tough. Because look, I have 2 anime on Saturday already. And it looks like there's going to be another anime that I will go over later that is also going to air on Saturday. Okay, let's do this then. Let's do this, chat. Let's put it as a planning for let's go ahead and check this out for now. So we're gonna add 14 to it now. However, do not be surprised if I decide to not watch this at the moment. But that looks interesting enough to me. I'm probably just gonna check it out no matter what. Which is kind of crazy. But yeah, I didn't know it was like a game kind of thing. That's very cool. So we'll check that out, I think. I'll put it on for now. So yeah, 14 now watching. Let's move on. I don't want to take too much time here now. Okay, let's see. All right, here we go. Here's the next one. I Want to End This Love Game from Studio Felix Film. This one is another rom-com. I will just say this right now. This is probably going to be planning. Oh, it's on a Tuesday as well. Still probably just going to put this on keeping an eye out. But let's take a look. at the synopsis. First step to winning the love game is saying, quote, I love you. So how do you lose? By admitting you're in love. Well, here's the thing. I've already seen Kaguya-sama, so let the games begin. Since childhood, Yukiya, Asagi, and Miku Sakura have played the love game where they try to fluster each other with a simple I love you. After falling in love for real and refusing to admit it, neither of them can afford to lose this battle. After leaving behind his image as a quiet nerd, Yukiya's ready to break hearts and take names with the ultimate high school glow-up. Well, he's really just got one girl in his sights, his best friend Miku. Using her favorite shoujo manga as his weapon, he's ready to pin her to the wall and gaze at her with a perfect smolder. Will his moves get her heart racing? This is rated good. Okay, it's rated good. That's a good thing. It's rated good. Watch the PV. It's not available in the... Look it up on YouTube. Right here. Oh my fucking god, who... It's this guy, dude. This guy. I know this man's BA. I know this guy's voice from far out. It's so crazy. Oh my goodness. Who's the girl? Who's the girl? Oh no! Oh no! These two are goated! Oh. Alright. They'll have to watch it. They'll have to watch the PV. Subtitles are all in Korean. That wasn't bad. That wasn't bad at all. But that is going to be first on the keeping an eye out category. I will wait until this one is continuing to go onwards and whatnot. But it looks good. It looks good to me. But, you know, it's starting to really fill up now, so I have to be selective in terms of what I watch. So, the first anime of keeping an eye out is going to be that one right there. And let's move on. Moving on, we have the... Okay, so this is a Saturday one. So this is already going to be on keeping an eye out. I already had this one planning. So yeah. This is Mistress Kanan is devilishly easy. But that's a word mouthful. Okay, a beautiful and alluring devil that devours human souls has descended. Kanan, the gourmet devil, descends upon a high school in the human world to devour young, sweet souls, and her first sacrifice is Hyogi. It's a privilege to be devoured by yours truly. Be thankful, inferior creature. However, for some reason, she and Hyogi end up making a romantic contract. For the innocent Kanan, who has lived for thousands of years without experiencing first love, every day is filled with excitement. Going home together, holding hands, going on dates, first time. The first love rom-com and a cute and simple-minded devil begins. Okay, this sounds just so, you know, but let's check out the synopsis and see what we got. Or the PV. This is already, though, going to be on planning, keeping an eye out, so we are not going to be watching this, but take a look at it.
俺ずっと小悪魔系女子に食われるのが夢だったんです。こいつ食べても成績の意味だと思ってる。
Oh my god! Holy smokes! Whoa!
お父様にも言われたことないのに愛してらっしゃるのですね。おじさんも男だ人。
そいつ人間だ。ザーク。
俺たちの記念すべき初めてはどんな場所がいいですか？
もうバカバカバカ。普通初めてはお部屋で二人っきりとかでしょ。
繋ぎましょう。
Looks funny.
手を。
I think it looks good. It looks good. But as I mentioned, it will be keeping an eye out because Saturdays are starting to get very, very stacked here. So let's move on. It will be a keeping an eye out. But that seems to be pretty good. So I hope people enjoy it when it comes out. Moving on now. Where are we at? Oh, we have the second season of Mission Yozakura Family. This is a Sunday anime. And of course, I will be watching it. This one is very underrated, I feel like. Because there's so many characters in here. But so many of they all have very different personalities. And it's all because of fucking... Oh, it's all because of Tayo, bro! This is gonna be fun to watch again. So yeah, we'll put it as watching. And thankfully, it's going to be on a Sunday. Yeah, again, it's very underrated, I think, this anime. People have to watch this if they really want, like, a Saturday morning... You know that Saturday morning cartoon? I think Yozakura Family fits the bill easily with that. So, I hope more people check this one out, seriously. The fact that it's getting a second season, I'm welcoming it so much. And the fact that the first season was 27 episodes too. Okay. Moving on. So that finishes the fourth row, which means we have one final row to go for, and then we have a couple of notable ones that I will be mentioning here at some point. Okay. Yep. Okay. Okay, so we have one final row. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and now... Oh, jeez. Why? Okay. I will then point out... Let me actually point out the ones that I was going to point out. I'm going to point out these three. This one. Sure, I'll put this one technically... This Nippon Sangoku and maybe this? I don't know. I think we're gonna wait. Yeah, I'm not gonna wait on that. I'm gonna wait on that. Kill Blue, I think. Do I want to do the Kill Blue one, or do I just want to end with these 6? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, you know what? Or 7. Okay, yeah, that's fine. Okay, there we go. All right, so we have 13 more to go. We should be able to finish this up very soon. So, yeah. All right, moving on is Go For It, Nakamura-kun. Okay, so this one was delayed, I think, already, but let's read the synopsis here. This one's a little, this one's a gay one. No, it's a yaoi, bro. It's a yaoi. Prominently features between two males, not inherently sexual. Not inherently sexual? Wow, this ended like 2016. Holy shit. Okay, so this one, okay. Let's read the synopsis. Here we go. All right, Nakamura is a shy boy who falls in love at first sight with one of his classmates, his dreamy high school classmate, Hirose. But there's a problem, they haven't met yet. And Nakamura is a total klutz who might bungle things before they even begin. All right, very simple premise. However, it's been rated pretty well. So, yeah. Let's take a look at the PV. I will say, though, the art style in this feels very classic, which is a good thing. Also, yep.
今日こそは友達になってやる。広瀬の肩に触れ。俺のバッキャロー。よろしくな、中村くん。今日一緒に帰らない？
Oh, this guy is in love with this guy. Ooh.
ずっとこのままでいられたら。
Oh, will you be my friend? He just said. Oh shoot. What are the comments saying here under the Crunchyroll shit? The greatest meme of all on the greatest meme on all of Tumblr is actually a sweet romance, and it's getting an anime adaptation? Wait, what? What does that mean? Go for it, Nakamura-kun. Go for it, Nakamura. Tumblr. Yeah, I'm not really getting anything. It's okay. All right. This one looks very interesting and very, very nice. When does it air? Wednesday? God, Wednesday is filled up, man. I can't do it. So I'll put this on keeping an eye out, though. Although it looks to be very, 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 very wholesome and sweet. So I'll check this one out eventually, but I will keep this an eye out for right now. And let's move on. All right, next one up here is Petals of Reincarnation. All right. I've never heard of this one before, but let's take a look at this. Toya Senji is talentless. He's tried everything, but he can't seem to excel at anything no matter how hard he tries. Then he meets Haito, a kendo champion and a human's protector. She uses the stem of reincarnation to draw on the abilities of her past lives, but it only works when she slits her own throat. And now she wants Toyo to join her? What? Whoa. That seems crazy. Recommendation is Bungo? Oh, shoot. All right. All right, let's take a look at the TV.
機は熟した。こっからが本番だ。
僕は才能を得て後悔させてやりたい。僕を見下してきた連中に。
私たちは似た者同士だな。早くなりたいんだ。完全な回り者に。輪廻の枝にて前世を遡り才能を引き出す。人類に害をなす前世の才能が引き出された場合は迅速に排除に当たる。それが我々偉人の森の活動理念なのだよ。いびつに天霊法役者のカバネ。
I will say though, the art and the production looks really good on this anime right here.
笑わせんな。才能ってのはもっと自由なもんだ。俺がもう一回輪廻の渦に返してやるよ。
素晴らしいじゃないか。僕は何者かにならなければいけない。手に入れるんだ。
万物は俺にひざまずく。
全部君を狩るための罠。
殺し果て合うぞ。決着をつけるであります。
逃がさないでください。
お前には知っていることを全部話してもらう。
戦えばわかる。
私が殺そうか。どうやら思わず奪いたくなるような自分になってみせる。
その才能。
Oh, he's about to do it. Oh. Man, that actually looks interesting.
迷える人類女子。またあったね。
I don't know who that is. Who is that? Oh, okay. When does this air? Thursday. There's only one anime on Thursday so far. Let me take a look at this. I hope this one's good, but I think I'm gonna wait on it. I'm just gonna look at Thursday really quick. Let's see. Thursday is the 2nd. So yeah, it's there, here, Thursday. Oh, it's also here. Oh, okay, okay. I think we're gonna be getting a couple more Thursday up in here. When is the... Thursday is the 2nd. Excuse me. It's almost over 11 o'clock now. Okay. Yeah, so that looks interesting. I'm actually going to put on planning, but this is a definite keeping an eye out. I hope this one pops off, though, because that looks really, really good. I think what really surprised me was the animation. But that's what you want, though, right? That's what you want, though, so I hope it does well. Rooster Fighter is already airing. What is this? Parody. Whoa, what is going on here? What? This one's airing already? It started airing Sunday. Rooster Fighter? Okay, let's take a look at this. Rooster Fighter. KG, the neighborhood cock of the walk, is more than just an ordinary rooster. He's humanity's greatest defender. His opponents may be 10 stories tall, but nothing is bigger than his stout heart and his fearsome battle cry. Okay, Coco. Hold on a second. No! No way! This looks absolutely hilarious! This looks so stupid! One cock rules them all to save the world. That looks absolutely hilarious. The VA is All Might? Oh, that's even more hilarious. Oh my god, he's right. Oh my goodness. Bro, what in the world, dude? Bro, I'm gonna add this. I'm not gonna watch this weekly, but dude, that looks hilarious, man. I will definitely put that on planning. Holy moly! All right, okay. We're getting more into the planning stages here. Let's continue to move on here. All right, moving on now is girls can't be kind to otaku. All right, let's take a look at the synopsis here. We're almost done. Meet Takia Seo, an otaku who sits behind the popular girls in class, Ichiji and Amine. Since they're people from different castes, you wouldn't expect them to have much in common. But when their worlds collide over a borrowed eraser, Takia slips up about his favorite anime, and Amine, who is rather quick to correct him. He says she's not a fan, but her familiarity with the series suggests otherwise. Could she also be a fellow geek? Oh. Take a look at the synopsis. I think I also watched the PV already because actually I think this looks interesting. Although I'm not sure we're gonna watch this on the regular. Her eyes though, holy.
昨日はめっちゃ良かったよ。たまにはこういうのもいいっしょ。ゆっくりでいいよ。
You know, there is something. I will say it after the trailer.
ありがとう。誰にも言わない。内緒にしてくれる？騙されないでくださいね。好きなもの好きだよ。別に。オタクくんのことなんかなんでもないし。オタクくんさ。
Something about everyone's just saying
オタクとギャルは相入れない。
オタクくんね。
どうする？
オタクくんか。
どうなる？オタクに優しいギャルなんて。どうしよう僕。オタクに優しいギャルなんて。
That looks very wholesome again. I think I'm going to. Oh man, something about the characters and the way they're detailed in this one, I think caught my eye really nicely there. It is a Wednesday though, and Wednesday is stacked already, so we will put this on keeping an eye out. And let's move forward. Again, I would rather not watch 4 anime on a weekday, personally for me. So yeah. Moving on now. And I think we got 2 more on this row. Oh, it's ooh. Wait, what is this? Oh, yeah, you're right. When is there? Saturday? No. Dude, this one looks so good. Dude. Oh man. Where are we at? Where's this? Oh my goodness, bro. This one looked so good as well, but it's on a Saturday and I already have Mao on the... I can't do 5, chat. I'll just let you guys know this right now. I'm not going to do 5 on a Saturday. I've already done that before and I'm not ever doing that ever again. Oh no. Oh man. I was gonna watch Mao, but watch Your Lie in April. I've already watched it. It's a great series. Great series. I think Your Lie in April was actually one of the first anime I watched when I was starting to really watch anime in 2020. Actually, I think I have it logged here on any list. Let me see. Really quick before we continue. Yeah, August and September of 2020. So, holy shit. I went through 22 episodes in 30. Does August have a 31? Yeah, 31. 1, 2, 3. Damn, 5 days? Damn. Shadow's House? Oh, Shadow's House is so good. I will forever rave about Shadow's House. It is so underrated. Shadow's House is one of those anime that when it first aired, I don't think people really paid too much attention to it. And then when the second season came out, people still didn't really put too much attention to it. But it is just one of those hidden gems that you will probably go ahead and look at. You're probably going to be like, there's a lot of faceless characters in this anime. But then you just get bombarded with so many different characters and personalities, despite the fact that they are faceless. And you get an interesting like premise and an interesting mystery with it. So good. So good. People need to watch Shadow's House. I really do think it is one of the more underrated anime this decade. But it's not popular, so yeah. Also animated by Cloverworks. So there's some good ones to it. More Than a Married Couple But Not Lovers. Also watch that one as well. It's good. It's good. I would honestly want a second season of it at some point. I've already watched it. But oh, it's on a hiatus apparently. Well, I hope we get a second season of it at some point. I don't know when, but I would like it. I need a season 2. I really liked what's her name? Akari. He was a good female MC, although Jiro is he's dumb as shit. I just did not like him, but Akari carried the show easily there. What about Trapped in a Dating Sim? The World of... So that one I have not watched. I heard decent things with season 1, but a lot of people criticized with the way it looked. I mean, look at those eyes, like, oh my goodness. But in season 2, with the key visual that they released for season 2, it looked like they fixed it. So that's at least a good thing, but I have not watched this yet. I don't know if I'm going to get to it anytime soon, but I definitely have it planned at some point. Hero is clueless? No, I personally think that... What did I rate this? 7.5? I think I rated this one a bit lower than most people because of Jiro. I fucking hated him. So... It's good in my opinion? Okay. I'll check it out at some point. I just don't know when. It's just... Here's the thing, right? Let me talk to you guys really quick here. And I will be completely honest. I'm doing this whole thing about going through all the anime slate and whatnot. Right? But the issue is that whenever I watch all the anime that's airing weekly simulcast, there's not much room to watch other anime with it, you know? So when I first binged Uma Musume, that was, I guess, also partially because of the game and whatnot. But there has to be, for some reason, there has to be some sort of room, but it's hard to juggle between watching anime that is a simulcast, but also an anime that has finished airing and whatnot. It has been very difficult to try and like juggle between those things. For like right now, let's say for example, Journal with Witch, I really want to finish that before I do my rankings. So I have to figure out a way on how to do it. So, yeah. It is tough because you're watching all these anime weekly on a daily basis. You want to watch something else, but you kind of can't because of the amount of shit that I'm doing. I'm the villainous, so I'm taming a final boss. All right, I'm gonna look at these two here, Chrissy, and then I gotta continue what I'm doing. I have not watched this one yet, unfortunately. Look to be okay. 71%, not bad. Parallel World Pharmacy, I've not watched that one yet. Parallel World Pharmacy. I've not watched this one yet. It's on my planning though. There are the ones that you have said at this point are all planning. It's just I've not gotten to it. How does Reborn as the Vending Machine, I Now Wander the Dungeon get a second season, but not some of the better ones that only got one season? Yeah, you see, I think you can also say that for this anime that we're about to talk about. That one right there. I do not want to speak of this anime, but it is unfortunately going to be on the list here. As skip, cough, cough, spoiler alert. But anyways, I think what sucks about it is that here's someone who I am somebody who is waiting for a second season of 86. And we haven't gotten a second season yet. There's 5 seasons of Rent a Girlfriend. Like, come on. Seriously. Like, come on. So, I personally think for me, it is a disservice. But I think because money grab, that's one. 2 different production companies, I guess, also plays a factor into it. And then 3rd, I just have no idea. But yeah. I couldn't even finish season 1. Season 1 of what? If you mean season 1 of Rent a Girlfriend, don't waste your time. Do not waste your time. Just don't. All right, I have to finish because it's about to be midnight. I actually need to really finish this. So let's finish. All right, so next one up here is Agents of the Four Seasons Dance of Spring. This one is highly anticipated, also with the fact that which studio is animating this one. So let's go ahead and read the synopsis. Here we go. Once upon a time, there was a winter. Winter was once the only season in the world, but such an existence was too lonely to bear, so it created spring to love. Before long, the earth wished for more time to rest in the cycle, and summer and autumn were born. The ones who carried the cycle are called the Agents of the Four Seasons. Hinagiku, the vernal agent, disappeared from this land 10 years ago, taking the season of spring with her. Now, after an incredible hardship, she has returned to restore the cycle to its proper state, and, as in the myth passed down since the dawn of time, she sends her love to winter. Ooh, that sounds interesting. Let's watch the PV, but we kind of have to get a move on here.
これから儀式を執り行う。春を呼ぶんだよ。春って何？ 中東を司る大公社です。
我々は十分に耐え忍びました。今こそ戦う
Oh.
時。
Looks so good, man. Oh my goodness. Uh This looks so good. It just sounds so interesting. Oh my god, Mal, I'm so sorry. Okay. All right. Let's watch it. We're putting it 15 now. 15 for Agents of the Four Seasons. That looks very, very promising. And now let's move on. Actually, I'm not even gonna mention this final one. Whatever. All right, the last one here is Rent a Girlfriend season 5, and we are just gonna skip that. So yeah. Anyways, that is it there. That is it there, and we are going to now look at the ones that I have at least personally noted that will most likely check out. But yeah, currently 15 is a very good number, and I think it's gonna stick with it. Other than maybe to this one, I think we're gonna hit 16. Okay. All right, first one here is the Ramparts of Ice. So this one stood out to me pretty interestingly here. So here's the synopsis. Socially inept Higawa Koyoki maintains a wall between herself and other people. She spends her time in high school alone until she meets Amamiya Minato, a boy who keeps trying to close the distance between them for some reason. The loner Koyuki and the popular Miyuki, the boundaryless Minato, and the kind basketball player Yota. This is a story about four complicated and confused young people and their mixed up lives. And that sounds at least kind of sort of interesting, but I will put keeping an eye out for this because, we're just getting at that point now at this point. Moving on now is, let's see, the next one here. Did I put this here? No, I don't believe so. Which one is this? Oh, okay. So this one here is Botan Hamina fully blossoms when drunk. What a title that is. But let's read the synopsis really quick. Kamina Botan is a 20-year-old college student. At the welcoming party for the dorm she was assigned to, the dorm leader Ibuki gives her a highball to drink and she becomes tipsy, leading to her involvement with Ibuki from now on. A tipsy teasing girls comedy? Wait, whoa. Oh, it's a Yuri. Interesting. I see. Interesting. Okay. Well, that is also going to be keeping an eye out. I really hope also, by the way, that any of these anime that is keeping an eye out turns out to be good. You just want to see good anime, you know what I'm saying? All right, next one up is Mao. Unfortunately, it looks like Mao is going to be kind of sort of screwed here because of agents. So, yeah. Okay. All right, Mao is this. Let's still read the synopsis, though. Nautica passes through a portal into the Taisho era, where exorcist Mao reluctantly rescues her from the jaws of her grotesque yokai. When Nautica gets back to the present, she discovers she has some new incredible abilities. She returns to the past looking for answers, only to get caught up in Mao's investigation of a series of gruesome murders. As her questions about herself multiply, Nautica learns that Mao is cursed by a cat demon named Byoki, and so is the sword. If anyone but Mao attempts to wield it, they are doomed. But when Mao's life is in jeopardy, Nautica picks up his blade and swings. Okay. So I watched the PV for this, and it looked really, really good. If I'm being completely honest with you, I am going to put Mao as watching for right now, but don't be surprised if I make my rank video and I have not watched this. But I really want to watch this one. So we are going to figure that out. So we're going to hit 16 for Mao. I really want to watch this one. It sounds so interesting. And yeah. Moving on now is this. Scenes from Awajima. This one stood out to me because Madhouse is animating it, so let's read the synopsis. Awajima Opera School, where countless girls from across the country flock in hopes of one day standing on the big stage as they work toward achieving their dreams of stardom. Their time at Awajima is filled with as much friendship and admiration as competition and jealousy. The precious feelings of girls who are at once both classmates and rivals, tenderly captured in the portraits of an ensemble cast. The fact that this is a Thursday anime is leading me to believe that this one may be watched, but I may wait a little bit, although it looked very, very interesting to me. So I think what I'm going to do is I will keep out an eye on this. And we are currently at 9 for keeping an eye out. Looked interesting enough to me. Moving on, Reborn as a Vending Machine Season 3. This is for my group of folks. So technically it will be a keeping an eye out here. This is Season 3 of Reborn as a Vending Machine. As a matter of fact, it's so funny that it was mentioned a couple minutes ago here. Next one up here is... Okay, the second and last one is Haibata's Teenage New Game Plus. When is it? Thursday? Okay. All right, here we go. We all have embarrassing memories or deep regrets of high school, right? Socially anxious college senior Natsuki Haibata sure does. When he thinks back on that time of his life, all he has are fleeting fantasies of happy adolescence that could have been. Imagine his bewilderment and surprise then, where he inexplicably finds himself 7 years in the past, 1 month before his first year of high school. Can Haibata avoid his precious mistakes, make his way to the top of the high school or to the school social pyramid, and end up with a girl of his dreams, or will he be forced to relive 3 years of solitude as the most hated guy in school? He'll need all the help he can get in order to succeed, from a workout regimen to online how-to guides, a childhood friend, and plenty of sheer willpower. Watch as Haibata takes a second shot at his teenage years. That sounds interesting. This will also be a planning. Keep an eye out. This will be at 11. And now for the final one here is Nippon Sangoku. This is one that came up recently, but this is also, again, as I mentioned a few hours ago, oh my goodness, hours ago, you don't really see this premise, so I'll read it to you. The final one of this is Nippon Sangoku, the Three Nations of the Crimson Sun. A revolution sparked by nuclear war, natural disaster, and misrule leads to the collapse of Japanese society. The country splits into 3 nations, vying for hegemony, and the Sangoku era begins. Altoru Misumi, a former agricultural officer, vows to reunify Japan. He rises through the ranks with only his knowledge and eloquence. Witness the legend of the man later hailed as a genius strategist. This one is a Sunday anime, but I will wait until this one continues on. So we will add 12 for keeping an eye out. We have 16 officially for watching, and we have 6 skipping, or no, 7 skipping because of run a girlfriend. Blah, blah, blah. And there you go. That's it. So those are our final stats, chat. Here we go. That is it right there. Bang, bang, bang. There we go. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17? Where did I go wrong here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 14, 15, 16. Oh, because of Mao. Right, I skipped Mao. Okay. Wait. Wait, did I put Mao? I'm not gonna go ahead and go through that. I'm not gonna go through that, man. I'm not gonna go through that. All right, chat. There you go. So, we now have officially our first. We have now officially what we will be watching for the spring 2026 season. So let's go by Sunday to Saturday. Here we go. Wistoria Season 2. Mission Yozakura Family Season 2. Witch Hat Atelier. Liar Game. Marriage Toxin. You know what? Let's restart that. Hold on a second, chat. Where'd it go? Is it this? No, it's not that. Where the fuck did it go? Oh gosh. Come on, I'm trying to be finished here. Oh, here it is. Okay. All right, chat, here we go. We got now the final count of anime that we will be watching for spring 2026. And let's go from Sunday to Monday. Or Sunday to Saturday, I should say. Here we go. Wistoria Season 2. Mission Yozakura Family Season 2. Witch Hat Atelier. Liar Game. Marriage Toxin. I made friends with the second prettiest girl in my class. ReZero Season 4, Classroom of the Elite Season 4, Dorohedoro Season 2, Dr. Stone Season 4, Final Core of Science Future. That Time I Got Reincarnated as a Slime Season 4, The Angel Spoils Me Rotten Season 2, Demons of the Shadow Realm, Akane Banashi, Nina Girl Overdose, Agents of the Four Seasons, and Mao. There you go. That's what I will be watching for spring 2026. So, let me know down in the comments down below if you guys are watching what I will be watching, or if there's something that I missed or skipped over, or give me a recommendation from spring 2026. Let me know down in the comments down below. I look forward to you guys seeing that. And thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate you guys. I'm very tired now. It's almost midnight. So, yeah. All right. Have a good one. Let's have another great anime season upon us. Here we are. Thank you guys so much for watching. Peace. And we're done. Oh my god. Holy shit, we're done. Thank God. Holy shit. Over. Woo. Okay. Chat. Officially, I'm going to end stream right here. So thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate you all. I'm going to go ahead and end it off here right now. The next time I will be live, we will be live on Sunday. Before 7 p.m., we will be live for the first couple of games of the 2026 LMFL season. And then next week, we will be live once again with stuff back from winter 2020, or no, next week we are going to be returning to everything else. We're going to be back with Hollow Knight. We're going to be back with everything else. So thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate you guys. I'll go ahead and raid Cross right here because we got raided. We got to share the love somewhere. Or, let me see. All right, so thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate you guys. See you guys Sunday for the start of the LMFL season. Peace out, y'all.